riding with lies against us. You gotta show me trust. Yeah. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies. You gotta show me trust. If you're looking for inclusion, then talk to me. Talk to the family tree. We can all ride when it's time to slide on our enemies. And we can all ride when it's time to override these policies. Hey. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies. You gotta show me trust. Show me love. No more riding with lies against us. You gotta show me trust. Hey. If you wanna ride with us, you gotta show me love. No more riding with lies. You gotta show me trust. Hey. If you wanna ride with us,
What's up, JB? JB, hop on, man. Who's obsessed with Haitians? I don't know, just somebody just happened to ask about Haitians. Hop on, Jay. All right. You're surprised I'm still around? What do you mean you're surprised I'm still around? You in Philly, respect to Philly. Respect to Philly, ladies and gentlemen. All right, JB, hop on in, JB. Mr. JB. Hop on in, JB. All right, JB is, his phone is trying to get it together. We're going to see what's going on with him. There you go. What's up, JB?
What up, man?
What's going on? You said, now, who was obsessed with Haitians?
Why y'all keep talking about us, man? Why you keep bringing us up to in your conversation?
When we bring y'all up?
All I hear is Haitian every second. Haitian this and Haitian that. You know what I mean? We trying to mind our business, bro.
But somebody in the chat room asked about Haitians, and also earlier we talked about Kodak Black, because Kodak Black went viral. Who's your fellow Haitian? He had said some interesting things, and we addressed that. All right?
Yeah, but not only that, you calling us tethers and shit. You talking a lot of crap, bro. Like I like the jokes, man, but y'all stop talking about Haitians, man. We trying to mind our business, bro. We doing our thing over here, bro. You know what I mean? Like all this back and forth about my people, man, and the disrespect, just stop it, man. You know what I mean?
Baby, to be honest, we don't give a fuck about y'all.
We don't give a fuck about y'all neither, bro, but keep your name out your mouth, Tyreek. That's all you do, bro, is talk junk.
You over here, dude. We don't give a shit about you.
All you do, you're dividing. You know you're dividing people instead of bringing us together, bro. That's what you're doing, man.
Dividing from what?
You're dividing.
From what?
You see what's going on right now?
Dividing from what? Y'all you notice these people can never tell you what's being divided from.
Bro, you talk about this whole FBA joint, bro. Like, listen, not everybody is in.
Slow down. You don't do that.
Not
No,
every.
no, no. No. You ain't gonna just wipe your ass on curtains. You're not just gonna say shit and then run from answers. I asked you a question. Divided from what? You can't answer and you want to change the damn subject. It don't work like that, JB. You ain't just gonna say shit and then run to
Can I
another
answer
topic.
now, Tyree?
No. You ain't gonna say nothing and then run to another topic because you knew you said some bullshit. Ain't nobody dividing nothing. You divide yourself from your homeland, sir. Y'all divided like a mug. Y'all ain't together with us collectively. Let's be real. You're not collectivizing with us. You're not doing anything with us as a collective except leeching, if we're going to be real. And you mad because we're making people accountable? Because you ain't going to disrespect us. And you ain't going to sit up here acting like we're all focusing on you. We're not. We don't give a shit about you. Somebody just happened to ask in the conversation. We ain't thinking about you because you ain't thinking about you. You ain't thinking about Haiti. And in fact, the only people who did something good really about it is us. You understand? Let's stop the bullshit. Now hop on. Unmute your microphone.
Are you done?
I'm done, but don't just say some bullshit and then try to overtalk.
Yeah,
We're not
you're
going to do that. Have a
dividing
real
us, bro.
conversation.
Bro, all you do is talk about
Dividing
Africans,
how?
islanders, and all that shit. When we all everybody got a friend that's black. Everybody got a friend that's African.
What does that mean?
You know what I mean? What you mean what that
does that
means?
mean? What does that? That don't mean nothing. What you just said meant
I
nothing. What does
fuck
that
with
mean?
black Americans, bro.
And
So what you're doing, you're dividing us, bro. Like
what am I doing? What am I
dumb
doing?
idiots,
What am I
they
doing? What am
follow
I
you
doing?
with this
I'm doing
bullshit.
what?
That's all they
Nobody's
do
doing
on this
anything.
app, bro, is sit around and talk
Nobody's
about how
You're not going to talk over me. You're not just going to say
talking. You
bullshit.
just
You're not going to say bullshit. Doing what? What's being done to you? We ain't doing nothing to you. We're not doing anything to you. That's a lie. Y'all sit up here talking about y'all doing this. We're just minding our
y'all
business.
been
We
saying
ain't
y'all
doing nothing.
delineate.
No,
We've
no,
been
no,
said
no. We
okay,
ain't doing
fine,
nothing.
but y'all keep
Nigga, the
talking
fact,
about
listen,
it.
no. The fact that we're delineating got you this twisted. That shows that there's something going on with that. All we're doing is minding our business, and that got y'all all fucked up. We're not doing anything to you. We're not harming Haitians. We're not taking anything away from you. Nothing. We're just minding foundational Black American business, and that got y'all all twisted. Why?
I don't care, Tyreek. It's
You're
the
emotional. You're
disrespect,
very
bro. We don't
emotional.
care
You
about
do
that.
care. You do
No, we
care,
don't.
sir.
No, we
You're
don't.
very
It's
emotional.
we flee from our homeland and all this.
No. We're not in Haitian spaces, sir. JB, we
I'm not
don't
in your
go in Haitian
space neither.
spaces.
What are you talking about?
You're in our space.
How am I in your space?
This is my space,
You
sir.
talk about me though. You talk about my peoples.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you is, bro. You always talking about us.
I'm talking about us in
You
my
can't even
own
have a
space.
live
I'm not in
without
your spaces.
mentioning Haitian.
We're not in Haitian spaces. We're not in Haitian business. This is my room talking about my business, sir. We ain't in your spaces. You
Have a
in here
live
up
without
under
even
us.
mentioning Haitian.
You're
Not
under
once.
us, sir.
Not once.
You what?
I say you cannot even have a live without mentioning Haitian. Not once.
That's bullshit. What kind of lie is that? We don't talk about y'all.
Yeah, you talk about us all the time. And I heard
No,
you
I
made a
don't, unless
movie
y'all
about
call
us
up.
and all that shit.
Unless
I
y'all
need to.
call up. The only time we talk about y'all is if y'all call up. What makes you think we thinking about Haitians? You ain't even thinking about Haitians. What makes you think we're thinking about you? What you got to think about?
I'm Haitian, nigga. I think about me, my peoples every
No,
day,
you don't,
bro.
because you know you don't,
I
because you ain't
breathe
doing nothing
Haitian
over
there
there.
all
No, you
day,
ain't. No,
bro.
you
That's
ain't.
Peace
what
to
I
the
am.
No,
family.
you ain't. What
Are
Peace
makes
to
you
you
the
think we
crazy?
family.
think about Haitian? What makes you think we think about some
Good
goddamn
morning.
Haitians?
Good night.
Cause you always talking about us, bro.
No, we ain't. What makes you think we're sitting up here
The
thinking about
obsession.
Haitians?
It's the
What
obsession,
you got?
bro.
What you got going on that makes us want to talk
I
about
don't
it?
know. That's what I'm trying to
Nothing,
find
right?
out. I
You
mean, we
don't know
do got a
nothing, right?
lot going on, but
Nothing,
yes, we do. We
You're
got a
right,
lot
nothing.
going
It's
on,
called
bro.
nothing. Nothing, sir. It's called nothing. We're not thinking about you. Foundational Black Americans are not sitting around thinking about no damn Haitians
You know
at
how
all,
much
sir.
you thinking about us, Tyreek? You went
Because
all
you
of the
calling
Haiti
me.
and made a
You
whole
calling
movie
me. You
about us.
calling me.
Because
You
you know we're
calling me.
important.
Who's
If we
important?
wasn't that important, you would have went all the way down
Who,
to Haiti and make a
who's
movie about
important?
us.
Who's important?
You know what I mean?
Who's important?
Us. I said if we wasn't that
How?
important, you wouldn't take your black ass all the way down to Haiti and make a movie about us.
Yeah, about the history 200 years ago. That was fly.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all ain't doing that though. Yeah, that was the one hit wonder 200. Yeah, that was fly 200 years ago. You talking about us? You ain't that now. It got taken over and overran by the Sambo class. Yeah,
No. Tyreek, listen.
what you got going on, Jay? That's so important. What you got going on? What you got going on, Jay? Keep talking. Let's hear this.
Tyreek, listen. After
What you got
we
going
freed
on?
ourselves in 1804, we went around the
Oh,
world and freed the world, bro. Do you know that? You know that.
oh
You know
God.
that.
I
If people
do.
are free to this day, you can't mention freedom without bringing up Haitians.
All right, that's when I chime in. That is 100% no diggity. You dig? That is no dig. That is no diggity. Haitians freed the world. They freed foundational Black Americans. I mean, goddamn. I guess Robin Hood, is that Robin Hood steals from the rich and give to the poor? Is that a real story? Like, this dude is just capping. Haitians did something great in Haiti that even Tariq Nasheed acknowledged. They did something great. They stood up to their oppressors. They fought, ran them out. And, they were standing on business until they started to implode and fight. And now you see it. I don't got to say much. But what they did in Haiti for themselves had nothing to do with what we did in America for ourselves. I'll let Tariq go first, and I'm going to come in. I'll let Tariq get him on the front end, pause, and I'm going to come on the back end, pause. You dig?
Did you free us?
Yes,
But
we
this is no
did.
diggity.
We help y'all too.
How?
Listen, have you seen the Colombian flag? Ecuador? They
I just
embedded our
asked you how did you free us, and you start
flag in
talking
their
about
flags. Do you know that?
why did you just change? You told a lie and then changed the subject.
No, I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about all the other countries that embedded our flag in their flags.
No. That ain't us. That ain't us. I'm talking about foundational Black Americans. I know what they did for Colombia and some of those other
Will
countries.
Smith literally made a movie about us, bro.
Who? What?
Will Smith.
And?
What do you mean, and? He's trying to educate y'all. Y'all just don't want to listen.
You're just saying
if
random
it wasn't
shit
for Haitian, bro, you would not be free. You wouldn't have the freedom right now that you.
Yeah, he's bugging. Hey, look, the real thorough Haitians are in Haiti trying to work that out, or they come here and then they get whatever information, education, skill set, and they go back. That's a real thorough Haitian, not a Haitian who flee from their homeland, run from their own people, let their country go to waste, and try to live their best life over here. That is not a thorough Haitian.
You have right now.
How? Explain that. How?
What you mean how, bro?
It's your lie. You can't even articulate your lie. You lied. That's why you can't explain it. What you mean?
Dude, we have a lot to do with freedom.
If you can't explain the lie, don't tell the lie. Get on camera, JB. Get on camera. If you're gonna lie, at least get on camera with your lies. Yeah. Don't tell a lie. Don't tell a lie. You can't explain your own lie. You know what you said is horseshit.
Explain my own lie, bro.
You can't explain your horseshit ass lie. You know what you said is bullshit. Y'all didn't free us over here, and you know it. That's why you can't articulate it. And then you try to change the subject.
Let me give you some history. Let's do some history. All right?
One fish, two fish, blue fish.
Those are Black heroes. All right?
How did you free us? No.
All right, let's go.
Get on camera. Get on camera. Get on camera. Get on camera.
I am on camera. You don't see me?
No, hit save. Hit save. Hit save.
All right, so listen, look.
Hit save. I don't see you. Hit save.
It's saved.
Okay, and turn off them Postmates orders.
Oh,
Okay,
there you
tell
go.
them you.
Okay.
Okay, okay, I can't see you. He said, "There we go."
There you
Okay,
go. What
okay,
up,
it's
man?
darker. There you go, nigga.
See, look at that. I look just like you, nigga. I'm a nigga just like you, bro.
Ooh, oh, shit.
Now, listen, let me give you some history right now,
Nigga,
right?
don't put that on me. All right.
Let me give you some history. Look, Book of Black Heroes, man. You know, that's us.
Yeah,
That's me. That's you. That's everybody on this chat.
Don't say some bullshit that you freed us. All right, don't say that. That's not true.
You know who this guy is? Let me see if I can turn this camera. Let me see if I can turn this.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Are you down in Florida? Are you in Florida?
Nah, hell no.
All right. All right, what's this book? What you showing us? You trying to change the subject because you said you knew you said some bullshit. Now, who is that?
Let me see.
I can't see it.
Hold on.
You got to tell me who it is.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with this camera now.
Okay, now what are you trying to show us, man?
I can't see shit.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, that's
Can you see me now?
Disabled. Right? Okay,
Yeah.
what the hell is it? Puzzle. What the hell is this puzzle?
Yeah, you know what that is, right? Can you see it? Because I can't see the camera. I don't know what's going on.
Hold on. What is this? They're trying to give me some puzzles to do. Okay.
You see that?
Yeah, that's disabled. Yeah.
We are literally in American history, bro. This man freed. This man was the founder of Chicago, bro, and he was a descendant of Haitian. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't expect him to say that. When he was showing Tariq Nasheed the picture, I didn't recognize it. I was expecting Tariq Nasheed to say, "Yeah, that's a free black by the name of Sir James Jenkins." You did. I didn't expect the dude to be like, "Yo, see this guy? You know who he is? This is the guy that founded Chicago." All right, they got to stop. He didn't found Chicago. He did some other things in Chicago, but he didn't found Chicago. But for the sake of argument, we'll give you that. But what that got to do? Just like the Bahamians had done something. I think Miami, Florida. They did something great over there. No problem. No problem. We don't have a problem giving flowers. But what that got to do with the price of tea in China? Let's give you that. Let's say he founded Chicago. What that got to do with you guys freeing us, man? Please explain that.
All right. So put some respect on our names, bro. And you know what? Because of that, I want Chicago back.
Hold on.
Now, to be clear, he don't really sound like a tether. I don't sense the hatred and jealousy. I think he just miseducated. He bought some old Pan-African book. You dig? One of these guys, these self-published authors, you dig, wrote their book and he bought it. He thought he was doing the right thing. So far, I don't get tether vibes. I just get a misguided Haitian vibe. But let's see how it plays out.
That's not proven.
We want Chicago back.
Hold on. That's not proven that he's a descendant of a Haitian because he had a.
Yes, it is. What you mean it's not proven?
No, it's not. That's not proven. Because he had a French last name. They assume that he might have been from Haiti. There's also evidence that he might have been from St. Louis because the French was over there in St. Louis. So there is really no documented proof that he was actually Haitian, sir. But go ahead. Anything else? But no disrespect, and a shout out to Haiti. No disrespect to Haiti. But yeah, y'all not going to put all this extra shit on it as if you freed us. That's not true. We were doing shit over here, freeing ourselves, putting in work. And we've had a continuity, sir.
Bro,
that's why you over here with us. That's why you over here with us.
We free a whole lot of people too.
I know that. Y'all didn't free us. I know that y'all freed the Colombians. I know that, dude, I did a movie about it.
In the whole Louisiana Purchase too. Even though I don't know that much in history.
Yeah, we got to ask the guy, listen, man, there were free blacks, right? Free from chattel slavery around in the late 1700s in early 1800s up until almost the mid 1800s. Matter of fact, up until the mid, yeah, up until Emancipation Proclamation. Okay, free blacks, brother. Who freed them? They called free blacks. You think the Haitians freed them? You think the Haitians are responsible for that status, free blacks? What about the abolishment of slavery? Okay, because you do know when there was free blacks and slavery was still legal. It was on and popping in America. Okay, it was legal until 63, 1862, 63. So you didn't free anybody. The only people roaming around free were free blacks. And are you saying you freed them? That's an easy L. And then when the slavery was abolished in America, you had something to do with that? And the answer is emphatically no. Okay, this is too easy.
I don't like people talking over me. A lot of the Latin American countries were saved, and thank you, brother. Let me just, because he's just talking. I thank you, brother, because now I'm just okay. He's just saying shit. Okay, because he's just saying shit. It gets boring debunking people, and then all these you're going to do is just keep talking and talking. Let me tell you, Haitians. Let's get
Hey,
something straight.
hold
And
on.
again, respect to Haiti. I did a movie about
Hey,
Haiti.
Smitty, I
But
love
what
that
we ain't gonna
flag,
do it.
my guy, that Black American Heritage flag. But you said something interesting in the chat. You said actually the Haitian Revolution made it worse for Black Americans because it expanded the slavery industry in the United States with the Louisiana Purchase and started the second Middle Passage. And it made it harder for us that was enslaved, right? They were fearful of a revolution, a rebellion. So that's what spawned the 1816 ACS, the American Colonization Society. So, Smitty, you're onto something. I'm just adding on. Yeah. So I agree. It made it worse. It made these racist bastards paranoid.
Was lie. We're not going to lie. We're not going to lie. Let me tell you something. Not only did you not free us, because when I say
They would
we
turtle
freed
each other
y'all
for a
too,
bottle of water.
nigga, how? Well,
That's
in
mean.
Colombia, they had to no, nigga, no, don't change the subject. You damn sure didn't free us. In fact, because of the Louisiana Purchase after the Haitian Revolution, there was war going on over there in Europe, and Napoleon was fighting multiple wars. And Dessalines and those guys, who I love Dessalines. I'm a big fan of the historic work of Dessalines down there in Haiti. Unfortunately, we don't see that spirit of Dessalines like that no more. But Dessalines put work in and got them French up out of there. And that messed up France's money. France had to sell the Louisiana territory to the United States. Now, inadvertently, that didn't work out too well for us. Not only did it not free us, it expanded slavery because the U.S. had more territory and they turned those areas into slave states. So it expanded slavery even more. All right? Let's tell the truth. That expanded slavery.
Yeah, so Tariq, and she
All
agrees with you,
right?
Smitty. It's just a fact.
We freed ourselves. We put
And
in
that's
work.
a great angle to look at it. Like I said, it made it worse because they were now more tight on slave plantations. They enacted strict rules, big, more violent rules to discourage a rebellion. I think meritorious manumission, where they will reward a black person to snitch on another. And the reward might be freedom. Things like that was going on. I was gonna say something else. Oh, like the video, family. I know it's super late. My bad. But I did go live earlier. And even that was unplanned. But I know it's super late. But just do me a favor. Just a simple favor. Like the video. Thank you. Just like the video. I'm not gonna do the Reverend R, the Shaka Atmos, the chief Karen and say, hit the cash app. Don't worry about that. Just like the video. That's all. Get the family. Liking the video helps my video, the live stream, get into those live feeds of everybody who subscribed to us, because most of us, I'm speaking for you, most of y'all don't get a notification. Okay. I'm one of those channels that talk black all the time, and I'm not pro immigration, so my channel gets like a little shadow ban. So liking the video, those who would not necessarily get the notification, when you like the video, they still won't get it, but it'll put it in their live suggestion feed. That's why when y'all like it and it matches the viewership, you see the views pretty much grow from there. And then when they like, it just keep going, like, chain reaction.
Work here. All right, now I know the history. All right, yeah. People, they keep trying to Caribbeanize New Orleans. They try to say, oh, everybody in New Orleans is mixed with Haitian. No, they're not. No, they're not. They are not. All right, let's keep it a bean here. All right. But shout out to the brother who called. But yeah, stop, young. All that while we talking about Haitians every day. We are not talking about you every day at all. Talk about you for what? Because we is important. Nigga, if you were important, you'd be in Haiti. You ain't in Haiti. You over here safe and sound. Glad that barbecue ain't over there getting you. All right? We are not thinking about you. Y'all in our spaces. Y'all stay up in our spaces. We never go into y'all spaces. We don't be in Somali spaces. We don't be in Nigerian spaces. We don't be in Haitian spaces. We are not in your spaces. We don't give a shit what y'all do. But boy, y'all always in our spaces. Yeah? Pretending that we're real concerned with you. That's delusions of grandeur. Man. Come on now. And then they start saying a whole bunch of bullshit. All right, let me get some folks in here. Shout out to the family in here. All right. Yeah, this weird projections. All right, well, we got 6 million likes, man. That's beautiful, ain't it? Y'all keep hitting them likes. Y'all keep tapping the screen. All right. Keep tapping the screen, ladies and gentlemen. We got 6 million likes. That's how lit we got this thing. All right. That's how lit we got this thing. All right. Let me see. Let's get those hands up. Where's Tits and Knowledge? Where's she at? I wanted to get her in here. All right, let me scroll. Let me get some of these folks in here. Let's get, what's up? What's your name, ma'am? I can't. Let me see. Let me get some of these people in here. All right. And shout out to the family. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my sisters, by the way. I know my sisters be listening. Shout out to my sister Bonnie, Nat, my other sister Tia Marie. She wants me to say, my sister be getting low-key mad. She want me to say her whole name. It's like when I just call her Tia, it's like, you got to say the whole thing. It's Tia Marie. It's like a pimp named Slickback. You got to say the whole thing. So shout out, everybody shout out to my beautiful sister, Tia Marie. All right. He said, I got to say our whole shit. People, some people, Lisa Ray is like that. She don't like nobody to call her Lisa. You got to say the whole shit, Lisa Ray. Yeah. Lord. So y'all shout out to my sister, Tia Marie, y'all. All right, what's up, Tato? Miss Tato? I think that's your name. Ma'am, are you all right over there? I think she's asleep. Man, she sounds muffled. Is she sleeping with a COVID mask on? Okay, all right. Let me get her out of here. Okay. Let me get her out of here. All right, let me try some more folks in here. All right, y'all raise. Yeah, she's out. She went to sleep. It's all right. And we got over 6 million likes. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Ashley Skin Innovator? What's going on, Ashley? Hop on in and just talk about that skin. All right. What's up, Ashley?
Hi.
How you doing, beloved?
Don't kill me.
Uh-oh, what's wrong, dear?
Hold on.
Hop on camera,
Filter or
dear.
no filter? Ooh, no
What's going
filter.
on?
Oh,
Oh, no
maybe see
filter. Hop on.
snow.
American black people, right? So then as an African, I already know who these guys are. If a Nigerian is a Nigerian, I know where he's from, what his tribe is. I know all of these Africans, right? The people hiding behind black are the ones that don't like they're not confident in themselves, you know what I mean? So
Oh,
Somalis, we're not trying to be black, but we're not anti-black. But if you like attack us, we attack you. That's my philosophy, you know what I mean?
hold
And
on,
a lot of
on.
these guys that are talking out of their neck, it's probably just trolls, you know what I mean? So go ahead.
Oh, no, no, now. Hold on, hold on. There's some thing. I'm gonna have to bring some folks up. I'm gonna have to get Dan and Halo. Where's Halo? We're gonna have to bring the family up and talk to you because some of this stuff you're saying is not factual, sir. It ain't just kids trolling. We had old people, old Somalis, was calling us the N word with the hard ER. There's Somali women hopping online talking about Black Americans are jealous of them. Man, yeah. And
Not to
so,
mention shutting us out of business, doing what they can to get us fired from jobs, banding together to see, man, like it's a lot of stuff that y'all was doing. And I think now that the hammer's starting to come down, that all of a sudden you guys are trying to pander to us. The Mexicans tried the same thing. Y'all remember when the Hispanics was like, oh, we need to make the Black and Brown coalition. We have never heard y'all trying to be friends until y'all start getting deported. No.
I actually want to address, what's funny is I had the same position my whole life. The thing is, like, if you notice online, you see how we're trolling Trump and MAGA. I looked at it like a beef between Somalis and MAGA, right? Because Minnesota, we got the mayor tap dancing for us. We're doing a thing. I'm just joking. I'm not saying tap dance. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to disrespect nobody. But the mayor is dancing with us, kicking it. He sees us. He's part of our community. He sees how it is at the end of the day. And the Minnesota crowd are the people that voted us. We're like 1% of Minnesota. Like, we didn't force nobody. We didn't do shit other than try to do our part, and we try to stand out and show out, right? But as far as the derogatory remarks, let me explain it to you this way. If I'm like a big-headed alien, then the wrinkle hair is the word Jared means wrinkly hair. So if someone could diss you with your own phenotype, that's just a play on words. It's not
No,
really
listen, brother. We crack jokes on people all the
we
time,
crack
man.
jokes. Let me tell
This
you
is
the
what we
guys
do.
that
No,
go
the
for the
problem
jugular.
is the problem
Let me
ain't the
explain
jokes.
this.
The
There's guys
problem
that go for the
is
jugular. I want to explain those
the
guys.
problem is y'all getting niggas fired from their jobs. The problem is y'all telling lies, and y'all teaming up with the Caucasians, the Europeans, the white supremacists to box us out. And now that they stabbed y'all in the back, because that's what they did. As a matter of fact, there was a bunch of Somalis in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, that gave Trump a good push up there, and it was Somalians that gave the mayor a push. It was you had I guess the Ilhan Omar faction, and you had the other faction that supported that mayor, and then now they all turning their back on you, and now y'all trying to come over here to us and tell us how much y'all always respected us and how we always.
Before he goes, let me read this article. This is from the same guy, Harvard sociologist Orlando Patterson. He posits that slavery, so he bear witness of our ethnogenesis, right? Because they try to say we don't have degrees, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't understand ethnogenesis. Well, here you go. Here's your white man, Harvard sociologist. I think he's white. He might be, he might be something else. I don't know. Maybe he is. He is something else. I don't know. So I'm just messing around, but it's a Harvard sociologist, nevertheless. Orlando Patterson. That Patterson sounds like he might be of African ancestry. Harvard sociologist Orlando Patterson posits that slavery in the Americas created a new people. I mean, goddamn, ain't that the same thing we're saying about ethnogenesis and what's up? He posits that slavery in the America created new people through a process of natal alienation, a profound detachment from ancestral culture and kinship rather than merely transplanting African populations. So he rejects the fact that we're just merely transplanted Africans in America. He disagrees. This social death forced enslaved individuals to forge new identities, cultures, and communities from the rubble of their past. So he goes on, reading an article, right? He goes on to say, he goes on to say, um, Patterson writes, the young Black Americans are surprisingly self-critical, he notes. For example, he writes that 92% of Black youth aged 18 to 24 say young Black men not taking their education seriously enough is a big problem. So that's us looking in, criticizing ourselves. He said, while 88% declare likewise or not being responsible fathers. Again, that's us being heavy critical on ourselves. That's us looking in, not blaming nobody, taking full accountability of our condition, of what we control. Patterson adds in an interview, they are more American than Americans. This is Patterson, Harvard sociologist. He said, FBAs, they are more American than Americans. Impoverished urban Black youth have deep commitment to some of the most fundamental values of the mainstream is individualism, materialism, admiration for the military. They are more American than Americans, end quote. So we ain't gonna let these tethers and Pan-Africans and white supremacists try to discourage us. You dig? Not happening. Not happening. No diggity.
Been on code, and y'all have not. Y'all look, listen. Y'all had no need for us. Y'all had no need to be friends, and
Don't
we
paint the
understand
picture
that.
that I'm pandering to you, though, bro. I'm talking to you like a normal man. You know what I mean? I'm not pandering. I just told
Yeah,
you I'm not
grown
black.
men pander too. We see it
I
all the
just
time.
told you I'm not black. So how am I pandering to you? I'm actually trying to talk to Tariq.
This whole thing about we 80% African, all this other
Here
stuff,
in America, you know?
brother. We our own different group. We ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on over there.
Exactly. Listen,
No,
Somalis. Listen,
you
Somalis.
said earlier in the
Let me
statement,
put
you
it to you simply.
said
Let me put it to you
80%
simply.
of African is us. We not African, bro.
No,
We our own
no.
separate group.
That's actually the point I want to address right now. Check this out. Somalis, we see ourselves as the lions of Africa. You guys don't see yourselves as Africans. I think you guys are actually here before the white people. And I actually believe, I did my own research. I know the Moors and Mansa Musa's 2,000 ships he sent out here, but Africans are not Africans. You guys don't believe it.
Wait, you did your research on that? What century was that?
That's a whole separate topic. I really
I'm saying,
believe.
but what century was that if you did your research?
I believe like around 1300s. That's when the people, you guys came to America like 500, 400
So you know
years
me,
before white people. So you are
straight reader, straight researcher. Yeah, I know when I read stuff, it's noted in my brain. You dig off the top on the fly. I could just recall it. So Orlando Patterson, Harvard sociologist, go in to say, he says marriage among slaves was illegal. And slaveholders brutally broke slave families apart by selling off children or parents to other masters. This did not happen in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, in Brazil, and in Africa. We don't want you tying yourself to our legacy by no name, and we definitely don't want y'all with your hand out for things that's owed to us. We're going to get repaired for this. He says, quote, it is true that many slaves were involved in social units that looked like nuclear families, but these were largely reproductive associations based on fragile male-female relationships, end quote. Patterson says, in many cases, the husbands lived on other plantations and needed permission to visit their wives, and parents had no custodial claims on their children, who at any time could be sold away from them. To call these units families, as revisionist historians have done, is a historical and sociological travesty. And this is what the conservatives would do. Oh, the families were intact and now they've broken up. Patterson's like, nah, these are, they look like families, but these are fragile as hell. Okay. So we'll do some more reading. I'm gonna highlight some other stuff. All right. I got you.
native to this land in a way, and not in just in a way, in a factual way, you know. But the thing is, we never get to those topics because Jared and Alien Head and Big Forehead.
Okay, so I look down real fast. In his 1965, The Negro Family, The Case for National Action, the Moynihan Report, Daniel Patrick Moynihan, who had taught government at Harvard, and was then Assistant Secretary of Labor under President Lyndon Johnson, argued that the relative absence of nuclear families among Black Americans and the relatively large numbers of families headed by single mothers, both traceable to slavery and Jim Crow segregation. All right, so now you will have tethers try to say something there, and you will have really white supremacists. That's really their argument, and conservatives. So Black leaders attacked the report, accusing it of stereotyping Black Americans, particularly men, perpetuating cultural bias and setting back the civil rights movement. But a quote, Moynihan became the bête noire of sociology. He took a terrible beating from academics. Patterson says, quote, that was end quote. He took a terrible beating from academics. Patterson says, quote, it was so unfair. He was an architect of the war on poverty, the most radical national agenda for Black people in America. The critics all admit that slavery was horrible, but balk at the idea that the destructive impact has consequences today. That's an average conservative talking point. Yet you cannot neglect slavery effects on the Black family as a critical component of Black American life, end quote. Patterson and Moynihan befriended each other as Harvard colleagues, and when the university awarded Moynihan, by then retired from the U.S. Senate, an honorary degree in 2002. Patterson served as his escort at commencement. Okay. 5 years later, the American Academy of Political and Social Science and Harvard Sociology Department and Du Bois Institute, now part of the Hutchins Center of African and African American Research, co-sponsored a conference of sociologists and economists. The Moynihan report revisited the conclusion they had come around to. Patterson says was that he was right when he said about earlier about his ripple effects. Okay. Okay. So this dude with a name like Orlando, you guessed it, he was actually from Jamaica. Okay. Slavery is a crucial part of Patterson's cultural heritage. He grew up in Jamaica, a country that endured almost 2 centuries of ruthless slavery under British rule. He wanted to understand how the horrendous colonial past of slavery and then a pretty oppressive post-emancipation era of 124 years shaped the present in terms of poverty and underdevelopment. In the Caribbean, that is a very radical position. It's part of the neo-Marxian analysis of the plantation system. One of the great ironies of my life is that when I raise the same question in the American context, because of the complexities of race here, people see it as conservative. You're blaming the victim, they say. We don't want to hear about the past. We want to hear about how our present day economic inequalities explain the plight of foundational Black Americans. He says, but where I come from, both the British New Left and the Caribbean neo-Marxists historically is critical. All right, so now this is so far somebody who looks like a rider, right? So far, so good. He acknowledges our ethnogenesis and looks like he acknowledges the past harms and, Harvard graduate, it's looked like he's coming back to do what, it's crazy. He's coming back to do what foundational Black Americans can't do when they get degrees, like Dr. Ancient Mama Maya, Dr. Ruxpin, all these doctors that supposedly are foundational Black American, they get a degree and they go run to Africa. You dig? Go teach Africans. This dude from Jamaica get a degree and he felt like, hey, let me kind of bring his education and research to foundational Black Americans. So far, so good. I'm gonna skim through it.
We never get past that little bullshit. Let me explain something to you. If someone calls you a slave, you probably called them a refugee, starving child, or some shit. So at the end of the day,
I actually don't even. I don't engage in that type of stuff.
No, exactly. The people that be saying all of this slavery jokes and shit are the same people that are enduring this. You're malnutrition. We don't talk about hungry children, none of that shit. You know what I mean? And war torn.
Well, hold on. It was Somalians having slave auctions on Clubhouse. What are you talking about? They were having slave auctions on Clubhouse. And they want 15-year-old kids.
Hear me out. I'm telling you, those are actually the people that give me a bad look. So I'm telling you, those people are a problem. But I'm trying to explain to you what triggers these people. These are war babies. Their father died in a war for all you know. You don't know what happened in 77, 78 when Russia, Cuba, and
What?
Ethiopia jumped at Somalia. Somalia was the richest country in Africa the whole career.
Okay,
Literally
you
in the
all over the
70s.
place.
That's what
Hold
we
on,
found out.
Milton. Yo, Milton. Hop on
This
Milton.
is facts. This is facts. The thing is, you never
Milton
get
ain't
to
saying
know
nothing.
about us, and we actually know more about you because I grew up here. I grew
Hold
up
on,
here.
hold on. So you
You know what I
saying,
mean?
wait. Somalia, bro, like, what messed y'all country up
Listen,
was all the
Somalia,
pirate stuff y'all were
only
doing.
country. The
When
whole
y'all started
Pan-Africanism.
targeting those civilian ships, see, y'all just be lying about it. This is what happened.
No. I'm gonna explain something to you.
They started
To you.
targeting those civilian ships, and the rest of the
Listen,
world said no. That's
give
why
me
the
a.
United States government and the British Navy, they all escort the ships around Somalia.
Hear me
And they
out, my
started
brother.
to, when they, so is that true or false?
I'm gonna explain something to you. Somali's
True or
international
false?
waters. 40% of the world trade passes Somali's international waters.
And you
when I
guys
say,
started hijacking the boats.
bro, I'm gonna let you talk for 10 minutes straight. Give me like 1 minute in a row so I can put a
No,
point
well, we
together.
got to be honest about that, though. Just
No,
tell
we're
the
gonna
truth.
be honest, bro. I'm telling you, I'm calling out the trolls in my community, the guys that are making slave jokes, the guys that are doing. I'm calling out everything in my side, and I also wanted to let you know a little bit something, from my perspective. Look at it this way: people saying Somalia's ugly, and look at that, man. They dump nuclear waste in our shores, and these guys, these fishers, became pirates. Let's keep it 100. The only country in Africa that defeated the Portuguese in naval warfare. Of course, we're pirates. We're going to have to get a bad name. They can't give us, oh, these niggas is Superman in the water.
No one's upset about you defending your
Africans
waters.
can't swim, bro. But the reality is, we've been running these niggas in the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, since the beginning of time.
That's
So
the
I'm
thing.
trying to explain.
No one's, see, that's the thing. Like, don't mischaracterize it. No one's upset about you defending your waters. I mean, that's your right as a sovereign nation. However, the problem,
Are they getting hijacked in Somalia, or are they getting hijacked in fucking Middle East or Europe or somewhere else?
they're going all, it doesn't matter. They're from Somalia and they're hijacking civilian ships.
Getting hijacked in Somalia. Do you know where Somalia is? What the fuck are you doing there with a nuclear container? What are you doing?
No, I'm not
there
talking
with
about the nuke. I'm talking about the
1,000 pounds of
civilian
fish that
ships.
you don't own? Like, what are you doing? I'm
The
talking about
civilian ships y'all were hijacking and demanding ransom.
All right. So I don't know what they're talking about, but let me say this. So the Jamaican dude, he went to school in London, got his PhD in sociology. Now look what he did. He did what we tell them to do. Okay. So Patterson was in England during the watershed moment in 1962 when Jamaica achieved full independence by leaving the Federation of the West Indies, which I talk about a lot. A few years later, despite his successful life in London, look what happened, family. Despite his Harvard background and a successful life in London, he felt a pull to return home. That is called brain circulation. He went abroad, got a great education, an elite education from a European nation in London, went back home. That's called brain circulation. So Jamaica can benefit from his education. In 1967, he resigned from the LSE to take up an appointment at the University of the West Indies and built a house in Jamaica. Okay. So like I said, he seems like a thorough guy so far. I'm still looking through it, but I like that. I like that. So far, so good. But okay. So let me see what this Somali thing going about. It's getting a little boring.
Now you're trying to troll. Listen,
I got
the problem.
Ain't doing shit. Notice that? We told y'all. It ain't like we didn't warn you. We told y'all because we done dealt with them. We know how they are. Shut up, nigga. You don't know the white people like me. They like me and don't like you. Oh, really? You're just angry and jealous because the white people prefer me over you because you're lazy and they see how hard I work? Oh, really? So you showing them how hard you work and you think you're good. Yes, I'm good with your black eyes. I'm not like you. I'm not black. I'm Somali. Oh, okay. All right. Ain't no racism. These white people treat me great. No racism at all, nigga. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm hearing that they might swoop down on you. They're going to turn on you if something go down. They ain't going to have your back. But they're not going to have your back because you're lazy. You don't work. You eat Popeyes and hot Cheetos and you get fat with your fat ass. ass. And the white people don't like it. They like me. I'm skinny and demure. And this is what they like. And I work hard. Okay. All right. All right, Dudu Tunde. I'm going to go ahead and sit down then. I'm going to let you do you. Then when the white supremacists drop that hammer on them, hello, niggas. Hello, my niggas. Hello, yoo-hoo. Hello. Their voice get all humble. They ain't got all that bass in their voice. Even when the dude called up, all that Dudu Tunde had, the bass wasn't in his voice. Hello, Tariq. Hello, brother. I love your work. I love eating colors. My favorite film. Yes, brother. Oh, they're very demure. These niggas get real demure when the hammer drop down on that ass. They're real demure. Hello. You nigga.
Hey, big head.
Hello. I brought you some injera bread from my homeland. You like injera? You can put some hot sauce on it and eat it if you will. I'm trying to build a bridge. We're all the same niggas. I just want to say, I like you people. Oh, your voice is real light, brother. What's up? Oh, nothing. I'm just, there's a lot of fighting and deportation. I mean, misunderstandings, and we all have to get together. Oh, really?
Hey, big head. You, Tariq, and those
And then when
African
we start
dialects.
pointing out all the bullshit that they do, and like, no, brother, what you're actually saying isn't false. You guys have been kind of hostile towards us. You've been denigrating us, and you've been trying to align with the white supremacists. Shut up, nigga. Those are lies.
Right.
Now, hear me out. I'm trying to build a bridge, and you're not listening. Oh, now you're getting that hostility.
Right.
This is why we don't mess with you. Oh, you saw how he got.
Hey, family, the quote is perfect when it comes to us and those who are African immigrant who are tethers, not all of them, but the ones who are tethers, and the Caribbean folk, the ones who are tethers, not the entire Caribbean. This statement is true for them. Don't tell no lies about us, and we won't tell any truths about you.
Got when Brother Dan started telling them the truth about how they get down, he started talking about, you see how why we don't mess with you. Man, let me tell y'all something. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't never asked y'all to mess with us.
Scottish.
We don't need you.
Oh, word. Damn, Frank.
For nothing. Especially Somalians. We don't need you. We don't even eat your food. At least with some of the Caribbeans. Well, at least,
but that makes sense, though, Frank.
Have some issues with you, but I rock with your restaurant, so I like me some damn curry chicken. I like some curry chicken and some jerk chicken. Yeah, I rock with that. At least some of these other groups, they might have some foods we rock with. Like, yeah, nigga, you be on some bullshit, but nigga, them oxtails is hidden, nigga. Hold on now. Yeah, that damn Bammy was real good and crispy, nigga. That shit was good. The Somalis, we don't even eat your food.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of the European that's in us, a lot of FBAs, you'll see people talk about the UK, right? So Scottish, UK, Britain, all that type of stuff. You'll see FBAs when they talk about the European nation that's in their DNA, they'll probably mention somebody from Britain, UK. But nevertheless, it'll be somebody considered Anglo, the uppity whites.
Yeah, we don't even eat your food. You understand? And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. We just don't. We don't eat that food. We don't eat that. But we don't need you. But you don't mess with us.
Right.
Family, we don't even eat your food.
Family, go ahead, hit that like button.
Mess with you.
What the hell?
And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. We just don't. We don't eat that food. We don't eat that.
I got the echo. So family, go ahead, hit the like button. You see, we made a little bit of impact in the like button, and look at the numbers. So I said like the video. I said the family will pull up. We did that, and 30 people pulled up. It was a little more, but the like still ain't near the viewership. You hit the like button, you'll be surprised how many folks actually pull up on this late night. So if you hit the like button, make sure you hit it. Again, the channel is so-called shadow banned, so people will not get the notification bell. But if you like the video, it will be in my subscribers live feed as a suggestion. And because that's how I see some people. I'm subscribed to that shadow ban. Okay, people liking the video and it show up in my live feed. Like, okay, I know so and so was live, and I click it.
This is our homeland. We're not immigrants. We're already here. We already built everything. We're not a guest population. We literally built this country. No? So we're the culture of this country that you come over and benefit from. So you saying that you don't mess with foundational Black Americans, that's irrelevant because one, we don't seek your damn validation. Two,
Yeah.
we don't go into no Somali spaces. We don't care. We don't care about what y'all do.
So I said this to Dr. Ruxpin. Oh, well, the back and forth, some of you guys and they got, I said, bro, first of all, ain't no back and forth. But I said, secondly, wait a minute, bro, they're in our homeland. We're the majority. They're the guests in small, tiny numbers. What are you talking? We're not even. They're in our house. That's why I got this song called No Disrespect in My House. Matter of fact, let me just play a little snippet of it. Okay, y'all don't mind. That's why I got this song. I'm telling your family, a lot of our talking points, I just make into songs. I got a song called Cut the Check. I got a song called There's No Soul Leader, the Code is the Leader. You feel me? So a lot of the music comes from our everyday talking points. I got a song called They Not Like Us. I got a song called I'm Black and I'm Proud. I'm Black and I'm Proud. I got a song called Don't Cry Foul. That's being said a lot. FBA, we fight. We always say we fight. So a lot of my songs is just our talking points. I got a song called The Glow, but that's my talk. I say the FBA glow. Tariq says the majority spirit. Other people say ancestors and whatever else. I say the glow. I got a song called Resistance. We talk about resistance. But just real quick, just give me 40 seconds of this song. In our house, acting like we're even. Y'all going back and forth. In my house? Are you serious?
Disrespect in my house, 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 in my house. No, none at all. Visitors should be thankful, or don't come at all. Come at all. No disrespect in my house, in my house.
Visitors should be thankful or don't come at all.
Visitors should be thankful, or don't come at all. Where was the xenophobia?
All right, so I ain't gonna throw the whole song at you, just that part. You dig? So yeah, saying, yo, y'all back and forth. Ain't no back and forth. You're in my house. What are you talking about? And we're telling truths about you that hurt. You're telling lies about us, man. We're not even. That's why I asked Dr. Rushman, yo, give me one thing we're saying about them that's negative. Oh, there's plenty, he said. Just give us one. He couldn't name one. But I didn't name like 4 or 5 already. Like, yeah, come on, you projecting, buddy. I know. These guys are African ass kissers. They worship Africans in Africa. Family, just like they're the reverse of a coon. Or I'm sorry, they're the reverse of a African. The Africans worship white supremacy, white people. Pan-Africans worship Africans. So Pan-Africans worship Africans, Africans worship white supremacy. So in turn, they all just worship white supremacy.
3, foundational Black Americans, we don't depend on Somali institutions because they don't really exist. So your approval has zero bearing on our survival or political standing or anything. You don't benefit us at all for us to give a damn. I'm not saying that to be mean, but damn, listen to yourself. You don't mess with us as if there's some kind of option. Huh? The hell? We don't need your support. We don't need your.
And I told Dr. Ruxman, I said, bro, and then they here because of us. Like, I mean, bro, that's double disrespect. Ain't no back and forth. You're here in our country literally because of us. Okay, I just re-educated myself on the history of immigration. Yeah, so trust me. Them, a lot of Europeans from Ukraine, a lot of the Kim Kardashians, you dig? Those Southern Europeans, those Eastern Europeans, they could thank foundational Black Americans. Mexicans can thank foundational Black Americans. You know Chinese people. You know, they already know. 82 Chinese Exclusion Act was lifted in 1965, the Hart and Seller Immigration Act. Yeah, so these folks literally, all the Indians, you dig, literally got to thank us. Anybody Japanese, they were totally banned. At least some Chinese people were here for like certain treaties they signed with China. They, helped build the railroads, expand them to the west. But Japanese people, man, they looked at them as straight animals. They over here, they could thank us. Man, most of these recent people coming over here after 1965 should be bowing down at our feet. And some of them low key worship us. Low key. That's why when we get the Michael Jordans, Malcolm X's, like they low key. Beyonce, they low key already knew we had that in us, and they just wanted to fake a reason to like us. So they act like it's because Beyonce a great singer, Michael Jordan's a great basketball player, Mayweather's a great boxer, this person's great at that. It's not that. It's not that Chris Tucker's a great comedian. They already respected us for what we did and how they ended up over here. They just can't show it. They got to stay on code with their lineage. And they got to hide that fact, and they try to disguise it with this fake celebrity love. You dig?
Your votes. We don't need your culture. You don't control anything. You don't control major politics. You don't control cultural institutions. You don't control civil rights organizations. You're refugees. All right? We don't need the approval of refugees.
Or revenue.
Come on. I'm not being mean, but if you say some dumb shit, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Huh? Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, we don't, y'all don't fight with us. Y'all ain't about to bust a grape.
They don't march with us.
No. We don't need you for anything. Yeah, you're trying to overestimate your value that you don't have. Yeah. There is no coalition. We all have to respect when we ain't got to do shit. Let's get that straight.
Right.
We all need to respect. We
No,
don't have to
we're not
do a
even.
goddamn thing. Do y'all
We're gonna
understand
make
me?
it do what it do.
We don't
with
have to
them or
do
without them.
nothing.
But that they can't say the
We
same
have to
thing.
show you respect, show you disrespect, nothing.
We're gonna do what it do with them or without them. But they can't say the same thing. They need us.
We can be completely indifferent to you. We don't owe you anything. Because we've been so kind to people, they act like it's a prerequisite, like it's a requirement. We gotta do it.
All right, hold on. Hold that thought for 1 second. Let me play this real fast. I meant to play this last night. I'll play it tonight. So, Yvette Carnell is going to speak on I think Congressperson Cunningham, who said, I'm ADOS in front of everybody. Yeah, they check this out. And so, but how they gonna explain this? How the haters gonna explain this? It's reaching Congress. Look, Rep. Cunningham began her remarks with a personal appeal rooted in her identity as an American descendant of slavery. ADOS arguing that unchecked immigration can Distable. Look at this. This is a rap.
ADOS. They don't have no money nowhere, and I don't care. The override followed nearly 15 minutes of passionate floor speeches and public outbursts, but it was Representative Carla Cunningham, who's a Democrat, who commanded the floor with the forceful defense of her prior support for the bill, only to be interrupted by jeers from gallery and procedural challenges from a fellow Democrat. I am ADOS, I am Black American, and I am an American. Representative Cunningham began her remarks with a personal appeal rooted in her identity as an American descendant of slavery, arguing that unchecked immigration can destabilize vulnerable communities and that assimilation must be expected. That's common sense. And because of that, a Democratic governor decided to intervene and support her challenger. Now the question becomes, and let me tell you something.
She's a Democrat. The Democrats supported her challenger. Come on, man. Hey, Democrat shills, where you at? Cunningham stood on business. I'm ADOS, I'm FBA, and the Democrats went against her.
This is something not just about what's happening here. This is about life. I'm old enough to know a little bit about life. Life is always, if you say you believe something, life is always going to say, show me. You want to watch life throw down a gauntlet in front of you? I don't care whether you want to say life, the universe, God, my Lord. What I know what I say. I don't care what you say. You can say whatever you want. If you say you believe something, if you say you want something, life is always going to say, okay, I heard you, now prove it. Now show me. I heard what you said. I heard what you said about what you want. I heard what you said about what you need. I heard what you said about your ambitions. Now show me. So this woman, if you can pull up, remember the speech, that fiery speech about I'm ADOS and what I just read here.
There you go. I'm gonna find it. Let me see if I can find it. Representative Cunningham. Let's see if we can find it on the fly, family. Oh yeah, I do remember this. I did play this. Oh yes.
Well, tonight, a Mecklenburg County representative is facing blowback by members of her party over a speech.
Democrat Carla Cunningham voted with Republicans to override a veto on a bill that requires sheriffs to work with ICE. Channel 9's Eli Brand shares why her speech is getting so much attention.
72 having voted in the affirmative and 48
was undocumented. They found that in Mecklenburg County Representative Carla Cunningham.
I definitely played this before.
The social scientists report all cultures are not equal. Some immigrants come and believe they can function in isolation, refusing to adapt.
Cunningham originally voted for the bill and gave a speech on the House floor expressing why she was also voting to override the veto.
No country is going to allow people to come in and not acknowledge its constitution, legal systems, and laws. They will not tolerate it. So do you think I can go to another country and set up my own rules to live by? Use the language I choose.
Right. Several Democratic lawmakers spoke out against Cunningham's remarks, including Charlotte State Senator Caleb Tedros.
This idea, the comment was that there's some
oh yeah, you already hear the accent.
Cultures that are beneath others, and I'm paraphrasing here.
Yeah, you're paraphrasing wrong. She didn't say that. But you already hear the accent, family. They are not in coalition with us. But I want her to say it. This might be the one right here.
I am ADOS, American descendants of slaves.
Family, Representative Carla D. Cunningham, Democrat. So we can't be Democrat banging all the time. Some of them stand on business. Okay. And ain't buying to the system, ain't feeling the pressure to support illegals.
I am ADOS, American descendants of slaves. I am a Black American. And I am an American.
And I'm not an African American. Okay, family. I'm definitely gonna save that one. I'm gonna clip that one. I'm a Black American. She didn't say I'm an African American.
Y'all got this weird sense of entitlement. We don't need y'all. You understand? We don't need you for anything
That part.
at all. You literally don't bring nothing to the table for us. Literally nothing. We help you out of the kindness of our hearts. That's it. We do it out of the kindness of our hearts. We think, okay, we're human beings. We see melanated people suffering. Let's help them. That's it. We don't need you for it.
Yeah, family. Let me clip that right now before I mess around and forget. I know me. That ADD would kick in, and I'll be doing something else. I can't clip it. All right, so I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it without any noise.
I am ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. I am a Black American, and I am an American.
Anything. All right? And now people are realizing that. That's where people are tripping out because of the delineation. That's why they're so mad at delineation, because delineation means we don't need you. We can stand on our own. We don't have to cosplay as you. We don't need you. Huh? You see? Was that, Awake?
Yeah, you're gonna get this mud on you.
Awake, where you at? Awake, were you talking to me, sir? Okay, wait, hold on. Awake, Wally. Oh,
All right, so family, let me just drop this bomb right here. Now, I'm gonna read more tomorrow, but let me just get right into it, okay? Y'all don't mind if I get right into it. Okay, I wanted to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something. What your boy is reading. Okay, so y'all know I don't be playing. These guys, oh, y'all don't read. Oh, you don't write a book. You don't read a book. Who reads books, man? Like they took that literally as we don't read at all. Like we're saying we have tablets, man. We read ebooks. We read PDFs. They took what I said serious, like literally. We don't read at all. I said books, man. I said ebook books. Could they be holding up physical books? Who reads a physical book nowadays, man? You carry a tablet around, my guy, your phone or your laptop. Your book is there, man. All the books are on your laptop. All your books are on your PDF. I mean, all your books on your iPad. Idiots. Took that and ran with it. All right, so let me show something to you. Let me show y'all something. Matter of fact, let me show you what I'm looking at when I'm scrolling through. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see the pages, but it's 13 out of 78. Okay, so I made highlights. I highlighted what I thought was very important to read to you guys. Okay, so here we are. So it says the second wave. This is second wave of European immigration and the third wave and expansion of the federal government, 1830 to 1910. All right. So we talk. So this part is about the Irish potato famine. You'll hear Tarina She talk about this a lot when those white supremacists call in and say they from Ireland and try to claim they had it like us. Stop. They ain't have it like us. They ain't even have it as bad as Italians. Like these guys were made white so fast. But look at this. During the antebellum period, immigrants were mainly German, Irish, English, Canadian, and French. Family, that's Anglo. Well, most of them are Anglo, not the Irish, but other ones are Anglo. Check this out. Beyond these issues, nativists. So nativist family are seen as the Americans under the founding fathers. So the descendants of the founding fathers are seen as nativists. So a lot of times you'll hear me say nativist, or you might hear somebody with some type of degree say nativist. And when they say nativist, they're not talking about indigenous people or Native Americans. They're talking about the early whites, the ones who they would call Anglo from Western Europe. Okay, So beyond these issues, nativists also worried about wage competition, immigrants' use of outdoor relief, welfare consumed outside of institutions, welfare. What year is this? Around 1830, family, welfare. At this time, black folk, we knew nothing about welfare. But these Europeans coming over here getting on welfare. Who do you think they talking to? And other welfare programs. That's why I say, family, nobody know welfare more than white people. And they would sit here and say this lie. Well, no, of course, majority of us on welfare because there's more white people than you foundation Black Americans in America. No, I'm not saying more of you on welfare. I'm saying you have a history of being on welfare. You have a track record of being on welfare. We just got welfare finally was eligible, what, 1960s, 70s? You had some of y'all came to this country on the welfare as we're reading. Okay. So it says, and the religious dichotomy between the new Catholic immigrants and the native born Americans. See, native born Americans who were primarily Protestant. Moreover, nativists were also concerned that Catholic immigrants would oppose, say, slavery. So I wanted to read something else. So look, it talks about the Homestead Act, family. Okay, again, that's why I say they ain't ready for me. They talk all that. Okay, now we're getting to the Chinese Exclusion Act. Here we are. Here we are. Chinese immigrants, blah, 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 blah. Other congressmen refused to extend naturalization rights to Asians and American Indians. Ultimately, the Naturalization Act of 1870 only granted naturalization rights to aliens being free white persons. That's familiar terminology, right? That's what the Moors will take and run with. And to aliens of African nativity and to persons of African descent. Okay, obviously this is post abolishment of slavery, right? The federal government even seemed to initially interpret the newly ratified 14th Amendment. What they do? It was to prohibit birthright citizenship for the descendants of Chinese immigrants. The federal government held this position until the Supreme Court ruled otherwise in the 1898 United States versus Wong Kim ARC decision. Now that, if you remember this Wong Kim thing, this was big with the when Donald Trump was challenging naturalization and those things like that, birthright citizenship, this came up. All right. In response to the growing anti-Chinese sentiment, the growing anti-Chinese, anti means against nationwide, okay? And especially in California, Congress passed the Page Act of 1875. The Page Act restricted the immigration of Chinese contract laborers, convicts, and many Chinese women. Listen, and many Chinese women, most of whom were the wives of male workers on the spurious grounds that they were prostitutes. Family, they were running, white supremacists were running around calling Chinese women prostitutes around the 1870s, late 1870s, mid 1870s. These restrictions were in violation in the Burlingame Sword Treaty, Seaward Treaty. Here we go. Congress also passed the Immigration Act of 1882 and the Chinese Exclusion Act in the same year. Okay? So you better talk black to us. You're here because of us. They ain't want you over here, Chinese people. You did? Yes, that's my reading. Those my highlights. These clowns, that's why I love when they disrespect us and underestimate us. Oh, y'all don't be reading. Okay. And they pull up and I embarrass them like I did Ross' son. His name is Ross' son now, 'cause he's my son. His name was Ross something else, doesn't matter. When I put that belt to ass, he called in twice. Okay. When he got that belt to ass, he became Ross' son. That's his name. Don't worry about his first name. His name is Ross' son. And I called him that when he called me. He called me through Facebook. I called him Ross' son. He started laughing. I said, "No, I'll tell you to your face, man. You my son. Now, you're not on my level at all." And I love when they underestimate. I love to throw out bones. I love to mislead them, make them believe, Oh man, this guy ain't reading. Then they call in. Bam, 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 boo, 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 kick, 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 whack. You know that Batman, that old Batman? Bam, whack, slap, shazam. That's what be going on when they call in. Vicky Diller. What Vicky Diller be saying? Oh, Tariq live on TikTok right now? Wait, I finally caught him? Okay, so how do we get this on TikTok? No, I don't think I got TikTok on my computer. Do I? Hmm. Oh, hell to the no. Wait, do I? Yo, what the hell is this? Oh my God, it looks so nasty. I gotta stop my screen before I get flagged. All right. Okay. So how do I find people? How do I find people on TikTok? All right, let me click that. Hmm. It says follow. I've been you know what's funny? It says follow Mr. Tariq Nasheed. I've been a follower, and it keeps making me refollow every time I go to his thing. Is this live? Okay, this is live. Thank you. I'm trying to see what they're talking about. I have no idea how to log on. But I don't want to share it because he will flag you. Somebody got flagged for sharing his TikTok before him. I think he don't mind as long as does it first. How do I? It says look. It says follow again. Like I keep pressing follow and you keep on following me. Yo, how do you join? Nah, I can't share the audio because you know what? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. We could watch it together. Okay, hold on. But trust me, he already flamed somebody from sharing it. He cooked up somebody sharing his TikTok. Oh shit. Yeah, hold on. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. All right, click this right here. Somehow something happened. Shit, I can't stand this fucking laptop, man. I can't stand it. My man said, Vicky. Oh, she said talk black to me. Oh, nah. I'm just not. She been saying that she's new with that. I got that from Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He been saying that since the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I got that from Dr. Khalid Muhammad. She got that from him too. Eric Muhammad also uses that. Everybody got that from Dr. Khalid. All right, so wait. So I was listening to Tariq and it just went, okay, the mute button is there. Okay, so family, that's the link. Click that link and press live. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm gonna call in. I don't know how to invite myself. Hey family, what button do I click to want to be added to speak? Does anybody know? How do I join to speak? I don't see what to press to join. Oops. Where's the request button? I don't see that on the computer. Damn. The large plus symbol. Yo, yo, let me share my screen, yo. Let me mute it so you can't. I'm gonna mute it. I want you to see what I'm looking at. And y'all let me know where this big plus sign is at. Okay, I want y'all to see what I'm looking at. Like I say, he will flag you. You share his live stuff. I'm gonna do a quick one. Where do you see a large plus button? Ain't a large plus button? I think I gotta do it for my phone. Let me where my phone at. My phone is janky. Where's my phone? Yeah, I just bought this crumb cake for my son, school snack thing. Man, oops, that thing is gone. I bought a honey bun too, so he can eat that. But I bought two snacks for today and tomorrow. Shit, that crumb cake is gone. Damn, that thing was good. Oh, I gotta have followers. I got a few followers. I got 189 last time I checked, but I think it made me reset. I used to have 189, and then it says I had like nine. Something happened. Oh. Hmm. I dropped my phone at night. A car ran over it. Screen is janky. Let me see. I logged in from my phone. My phone might be janky though. It's a wrap. I don't see a plus sign. Oh, I do. Wait. Uh, I hope my audio is good. Cause y'all be hearing I go live my own phone. It'd be janky. Julio P. Newton. Yeah, I wonder if I can use this C cord for the microphone. Nah, I'm gonna be flagged. He knows when it's shared. Apparently somebody was sharing his stuff, man. He got alert to that, man. I can't do it while he's live. Or I can't even do it. I can't do anything with it before he re-uploads it. That's when he goes crazy. He don't want you doing repeating his live, mirroring reliving while he's live, and he don't want you to upload it before him. Damn. Yeah, I really want to get on TikTok. I think it's a lot easier to do work. Mm. Yeah, I don't even know what they're, you know what? I'm gonna turn it down until I get because whoever called in, I don't know what they said. So I don't want to just talk about something random. So um let me share my screen. Okay, so you guys seen the 1882 Immigration Act and the Chinese Exclusion Act, Congress both passed at the same time. So this ain't get lifted until 1965, family. Every Chinese person needs to be kissing our ass and at least employing us for something. Cashier, stock person, sweeper, carts, something to show some type of appreciation. 10% discount on hair, something for the community, maybe 15% in the employee. But to come over here and totally just step over, it's like, hey, I did Tyronn Lue, is utterly disrespect from Chinese people, the Chinese community. Now, again, that's not all because some was on TikTok in these spaces and they paid homage. You feel me? They did that. They paid respect. Some of them, a tiny fraction. But again, the loudest people don't be them. The loudest people be their tether class. So we saying the riders got to be as loud as the tether class. If not, the riders ain't really riding because you're not neutralizing the noise. Oh man, people, man, it'd be better. Yeah, I see. It'd be annoying when I watch his TikToks and people be keep wanting to play the little game thing, and he said like there's no feature to turn it off or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's. I caught. I'm mad as hell. I caught it late. I caught it when the tether had or suspected tether got quiet. So I didn't hear I didn't hear the talking points to call it and address them. I don't want to come on there spitting random facts. He gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've never met a cool Asian. I met some cool Filipinos, but I ain't never meet a cool Asian. So shout out to you. Yeah, we don't cosplay black feather archery. Hmm. Let me see. I got brain freeze now. Oh, I want somebody to call up saying I want to tell the call up saying they're black. So I could say, yo, we ain't even black alike, man. You black based on color and shade. We black on based on ethnogenesis, our ethnogenesis experience. That could go in about exonym and endonym, all that type of stuff. That'd be crazy. Be like, yo, I'm Boz Ron. I'm FBA News and Updates. I'm like, yo, you the brother be stealing my content. That'd be crazy. Yeah, that battle crap. Somehow they be getting paid off that. I don't know how that works, but like, but that's why they want to battle all the time. They like literally feed their family based on that. That's wild. I've been tracking the Iran and uh America conflict in the Middle East in the water, and I've been tracking that very heavily all day yesterday. So that's why I be coming late live, or I've been on awkward times because of the reading I'm doing. I'm back in the books. I'm back in the ebooks, the online books, not no physical, goofy, outdated book. So yeah, as you can see, I'm back on my Grizzly, studying, researching, sharpen up my immigration, history of immigration in America. I'm sharpening up because I felt like when I addressed it a few times to some tethers, I felt like I was slipping a little bit. I start to doubt myself on certain things. Okay, let me share this. Okay, let me share my screen. This is something you ain't know. Okay, so check this out. Between 1861 and 1890, 10.4 million immigrants arrived in the United States, mainly of Southern and Eastern European descent. Family, I want y'all to see that. I want y'all to see that history, when it's told in America, they divide Europe. Northern and Western Europe, they're seen as Anglo-Saxon. Southern and Eastern Europeans are seen as a mixed race, non-Anglo, Negro basically to white people, or Negro-like. Less than. Okay, so look, it says this wave was more than twice the size of the previous wave, which had 4.9 million immigrants of mostly Northern European descent. You see how they separate the Southern and Eastern Europeans from the Northern and Western? You're not going to really see them together. When we're talking about the history of immigration, you're not going to see Southern and Northern or Eastern and Western Europeans lumped up together. Okay, you're not going to see that because they didn't see Eastern and Southern Europeans as one of them. They see them as less than, like a mutt, a mixed mutt, African blood, I guess. Anyway, mostly Northern European descent who migrated to the United States between 1831 and 1860. In this new wave, many migrants desired to work temporarily in the United States before returning home. So, family, the early Europeans, they went back. Brain circulation, they didn't tether, they went back. While return migration was not a new phenomenon, lower transportation costs made the option more viable. Right? So going back was cheap. So they took their ass back to build up their homeland. Okay, watch this. During the early 1900s, many progressives argued that immigrants impeded the achievement of an ideal society, committed crimes, and abused welfare. Family, the same stereotypes these dusty bastards put on us, they put on themselves at first. During the early 1900s, They said these early Southern and Eastern Europeans committed crimes and abused welfare. So, family, when they talk to me, oh, welfare, welfare, look, stop it. First of all, you better be of Anglo. That's why Tariq Nasheed asked them, are they Anglo? Because if they're not Anglo, they have no room to talk. Okay? If you're not Anglo, like, yo, you were in our place. What are you talking about, man? Are you serious? What they call it? Kettle calling the pot black? Like, are you serious, man? Look what we're reading. They said you dusty bastards committed crimes and abused welfare. Others proposed that the government had a duty to protect natives from immigrants. They protected the Western Anglo European European nativists from the Southern and Eastern European immigrants who supposedly depressed innovation. They depressed innovation and lowered native-born American wages. They were the first illegals, you dig? Or I'm not gonna say the nationality, but you get what I'm saying. Scholars of the era contended that certain ethnicities possess immutable intrinsic characteristics that would prevent assimilation into American society. Family, they seen these Eastern and Southern Europeans of having immutable intrinsic characteristics. They just can't get it. They're just dumb and they can't assimilate. To combat these perceived ills, progressives champion mandatory literacy tests as well as various other eugenics inspired racial and ethnic exclusion of Jews, Asians, that covers Indians, Chinese, Japanese, and Africans. Family, they're not ready, man. Look, progressives and nativists, don't forget nativists are Anglo, that comes under like the founding fathers' descendants. Uh, Progressives and nativists bolster their anti-immigration position by using the Dillingham Commission report as evidence that, so this is their bell curve, that new immigrants were fundamentally different from old immigrants. By the way, new immigrants are Southern and Eastern Europeans. Old immigrants are Northern and Western. Okay, so report as evidence that new immigrants were fundamentally different from old immigrants who came from Western and Northern Europe. So there you go. Old immigrants, Western and Northern, and new immigrants, Eastern and Southern. Okay, so Eastern and Southern is seen as the low class, filthy Europeans, whites, and Northern and Western is seen as Anglos, the pure white race. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. I went to highlight. Okay, family. That's what I say. Like these guys ain't ready. I'm on a whole different level of reading stuff. Look, when data revealed large numbers of Northern and Western Europeans seeking welfare in American cities, the Dillingham Commission returned the data for further information or for correction. So the uppity Anglo Europeans, the Anglo Saxons, were trying to show how the Southern and Eastern dusty Europeans were welfare ridden, all that type of stuff, stupid, commit crimes. And the data showed that the Anglos were more on welfare. Family, their history is welfare. I'm one of the first people to say that. There's nobody been on welfare more than Europeans. Their middle name is welfare. Their last name is welfare. Okay, it says the report and its recommendations confirm their prejudice. So like they skew the results to show that Northern and Western Europeans were not the majority on welfare, that it was Southern and Eastern. So they made up some fake stuff. Citing concerns about the intelligence of new immigrants. Look, citing this is the bell curve for these new immigrants, the Southern and Eastern Europeans, citing concerns about the intelligence of new immigrants and how well they would assimilate. The Americanization movement started as a collective of private nonprofit organizations that backed civics classes, language lessons, and the destruction of the hyphenated American, right? They didn't want a hyphenated American because they didn't see them as assimilating. They seen them as, having a dual allegiance. So Jesse Jackson wanted to make us a hyphenated American. So this movement eventually morphed into a series of, I can't say move. a series of government programs that wrote school curricula to push for immigration assimilation. See, they ain't want no Italian American for long. They ain't want no German American. They pushed for immigrant assimilation, including banning the German language from being spoken in public schools. They forced the Germans to speak English, family. They said, hell no, you ain't gonna be no immigrants over here. In the sense how we use the term immigrant. Y'all gonna assimilate. Y'all gonna be white Americans. And first thing we're gonna do is take your language. You be speaking English. And all these Germans that got descendants, all assimilated, and they're known as American, English Americans. They don't even acknowledge their German heritage. So that's what I'm gonna give you on that. But as you can see, y'all see where I'm at with it. So when I tell these tethers, I study the history of immigration. Yes, see, I ain't playing. I really do that. And I got my highlighted portions that I want to stand out the most. I guess he tether hunted. He's making them show their faces. I just came from over there right after Bush meet. Oh yeah. He used a female profile. That's crazy. Of course, when I tune in, Revenue doesn't call in. You know, the typical goofies don't call in when I'm actually tuning for the first time. Yeah, so Pan-Africans and tethers run around acting like we hated Africa. Like we hated the Caribbean. We hated South America. Like what is these dudes are sick. Projection, these tethers. No, you hate Africa. We never said we hate Africa. I said I ain't going. But some FBA said they will go or have already been. And we'll go back. I said I ain't going. I'm good. I want to run into no dusties over there. You dig? I'm probably just gonna stay here, to be honest. I ain't in no rush to run to a third world country. I'm too spoiled over here. My luck, I go over there and World War III starts. You dig? I can't come back. Now I'm a tether in Africa. No. Now I gotta conform and assimilate. And now I'm eating rats and stuff. No, dogs and bats. No. You won't get my luck. World War III is starting. I'm stuck in Africa for 10 years and I gotta now be an African. I'm good. I'll be stuck over here. Uh, That'd be my luck. I go to Africa for 2 weeks. We sorry to announce World War III has now started. Everybody in Africa, you got to stay. You'll be here for 10 years. You did 15 years. You got to conform into get the F out of here, man. Unbiased round, you are now Igbo. You will be aligned with the Igbo tribe. They're gonna try to put a plate in my lip. Open wide. Put a plate in my lip. Like, oh shit, a bone through my nose. Like, oh shit. My family gonna abandon me, yo. Mm. Teddy say exactly. Nah, I haven't seen all of America yet. I'm good on the world track. So the Marines have no desire to go. I'm good. I know my luck, man. I'll be an average. Yeah, World War III gonna start, and I'm gonna be a permanent African from that point on. 10 years later, I'm coming back to America with a plate in my lip and a bone through my nose. I'm good. And all these war scars, these tattooed tribal scars on my body, looking like a damn lizard. All right. So a tether called in. I don't know why they start with lying on turkey and sheep. Now he don't want to talk to the tether. So then he want to call him a thief. He said, who did I steal from? And the tether want to start a conversation. Damn. Because I would have clicked in and But he started off lying though. Damn. And I know when I call it, I know my phone gonna be muffled. I hope like hell if I get through, I can talk. It can happen. Yeah, that's my luck. All right. So I'm gonna put the link back in the chat. I'm gonna try to I'm listening to his thing while I'm talking to you guys, and I'm gonna try to sneak my way in here. But this tether called in to be confrontational, so he messed that up. I'm trying to find a way I could call in and talk to one of these tethers. So I put the link in the chat, family. I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna head over there. Well, I'm already over there. I'm gonna go there full time. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna take my son to school. I'm gonna get little to no sleep. So I'm gonna do it early live. Well, not early, but I'm gonna try to do a morning live. Peace. Family, love you guys. Like the video. We out.